What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So as promised, this is the supporting video to our pull-up progression program. Now, that program has been written on the assumption that you cannot do a single pull-up at all. We're going to go from the absolute most basic pull-up progression all the way through to being able to do full pull-ups. It's important that you take your time because a pull-up is an extremely taxing movement, especially for any females out there. You proportionally don't have quite such good upper body strength generally, so it is going to take you long to progress. The key is to do things right. The key is to make sure you're patient with yourself and progress steadily. So the first section in that is an isometric hold at the top of the movement. Now, I'm going to use rings here just because it is the easiest place for me to film right now. However, I don't advise you do this. I advise you do it on a pull-up bar or something similar. That's going to be your easiest choice. So the top hold essentially is being in the fully flexed position at the top of the movement. So you want to be getting up onto your pull-up bar in whatever way you need to, climb up there, jump up there, do whatever you need to. Pull your chest into the bar, pin your shoulders back and hold that position. So what's that going to look like? In the case of the rings, again, you won't be doing it on the rings. You get up to the top and you stay there. You make sure you keep your chest up, shoulders pushed back and down, and you're going to try to hold there for 20 seconds without lowering, okay? Once you can do all 4 sets of 20 seconds remaining at the top of that movement, that is our top hold. Once you can do that, you can move on to the next stage. Now, what is the next stage? Stage 2, once you can do 4 sets of 20-second isometric holds at the top end, we're going to do eccentric reps. And what eccentric reps means is that we're going to lower ourselves down away from the bar, or the rings in this case, nice and slowly. We're aiming for a 20 to 30-second limit here. Now, what this means is, again, however you need to, you climb up to the top, you jump up to the top, you get yourself up to the top in whatever way you need to, and you're going to slowly, from that start position, lower yourself down for 20 seconds, and it needs to be a constant pace all of the time. That means you're not going slow here and then dropping out, which you'll see quite a lot. You want to make sure you only progress when you can hold that pace throughout the entire rep. So what's that going to look like? Something similar to this. So we come up to the top, we hold, and then slowly we're lowering down, maintaining control all of the time for 20 seconds. Okay, I'll do it a bit faster for the sake of this video, but we want complete control until we're at full hang all the way down here. Now, it's important that you do full hang, because when you're pulling yourself up from a full pull-up, that's going to be your start position. You don't need to be coming to here. You must hang properly and allow your shoulder blades to come apart. So again, this is a 20-second eccentric movement, and we're going to do 4 sets. Once you can do 4 sets of 20 seconds, then you can progress to the next stage. Now, the next stage is our eccentric rep, but with a hold every 25% on that rep, okay, a pause. And what this is going to do is show that you have complete control and you are strong enough to keep your body weight at any particular point in that range of motion. So what we're going to do, we're going to start at the top, again, jump, climb, do whatever you need to do. You're going to come down about 25%. Hold yourself there for 5 seconds. Come down another 25% to halfway. Hold for 5 seconds. Again, another 25% hold, down to full hang, okay? So 5 seconds in each pause position. Now again, for the sake of this rep, I will only do it for a few seconds to show you roughly where you should be stopping. But for yourself, again, remember, we're looking to progress to a 5-second hold at each quarter of the movement. Once we can do that, you can move on to the next stage. So we get back up to the top, climb, jump, however you need to. And then from here, we start up position, 25%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 75%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down to full. Again, fully extending under perfect control. So those are our paused eccentric reps. Now, the final stage, you should have taught yourself to be strong throughout that full range of motion now, is an assisted or full pull-up. So once you've had a few days rest, you can try a full pull-up, remembering that we come from full hang here all the way down. We're not starting from halfway. all the way down to all the way up. Chest to bar, like so, and then back down. If you can't yet do that, use a small rubber band for assistance, or alternatively, you can use something like this, a step, a band, or even a spotter. You can start your full hang, but you can use your toes or your legs to just spot yourself. So you give yourself a little bit of assistance with your feet here. So we're down here, a little bit of assistance with my feet to help me up, and you can drop to one leg and do it that way instead. Alternatively, you can use a spotter, rubber band, assisted machine, something like that. Now, the key is once you get to this stage, is that in order to get stronger, I would keep your reps sub 5. Don't try and bat out 12, 13, 14 reps. Once you can do 5 reps with your body weight, start adding a little bit of extra weight, a dumbbell between your knees or your ankles, a belt with a weight attached to it, something like that. Then gradually build up, keeping the reps sub 6, let's say, until you're confident that you can do weighted sets with that amount of reps. Once we've done that, you're doing full pull-ups, you're gonna be strong. The one thing I would say on pull-ups is do not fail. Don't get to the point where you're like this. That's not gonna do you any good. Make sure you've got some pull speed. Bam, you can get full squeeze and then smooth down. Don't start to flick your legs around or do anything silly like that. If you follow these progressions, be patient, one step at a time, and make sure you've fully completed the previous step. Before you move on to the next one, you will be doing pull-ups fairly quickly. Train maybe twice a week, 3 days apart at least, in order to recover properly from it. And if you start to feel any niggles or injuries, back off, because if you have tight shoulders or weak forearms, you can start to get issues around your elbows, especially on this one. So do be aware of that. Super, super important. Otherwise, should be good. Enjoy.